I'm Jason Clark, chef and owner of Bin 112 and the Strip Club 104. Today we're going to be carving a turkey. I've brined this turkey for 16 hours, then roasted it for about 2.5 hours to give a nice, beautiful golden brown skin. First step of carving a turkey is one, untie the legs. Most birds are going to be tied either with a skin flap or a piece of twine. Make sure you remove that. Then you're going to cut down between the thigh and the breast, and you're going to remove that. Most of your carving can be done with your hands. You don't always need to have a really sharp knife. You use your hand to take the thigh down, and what you're going to do is you're going to remove the leg. Take a thin slit between the two joints, and then you're going to remove the leg. It'll break right off. Finish cutting it right between the joints. You end up with a nice leg presentation. As far as your wing goes, you're going to do the same thing. Remove your wing, break it backwards, and then cut between the wing joint, and you have a nice wing cut. Your breast, you're going to take it down along the breastbone. Don't worry about being too gentle with it. The breast will come right off the bone. As you can see, you can stick your hand in between the breastbone and the meat. As you follow through, you can take it right along the rib cage, and the breast just keeps on falling right off the bone. The front side of this is your wishbone. People love to keep the wishbone because, of course, you get your wish for the holidays. But as you take it all the way off the bone, you will have a nice, clean breast. Beautiful golden brown, leaving yourself a little bit of meat on the bone, the carcass. Meanwhile, we're going to take the breast, once we've removed it off of there, and we're going to slice it into slices probably about 1/2 inch thick. You want to take this and you want to display it on your platter. This is probably the best part, most people's favorites. I'm a dark meat guy. I kind of prefer the dark meat off the leg or the thigh, but I really like the stuff coming off the undercarriage of the bird. It's the best part to pick. Now, you're going to take this right here, fan it out on your platter. Now, for your second side, you've lost your stability. You have a little bit of wing here and a little bit of leg. It's going to help you with a little bit of stability on it. But as you take that next wing off, again, you can pry that off of there. You can twist it, or you can cut it at the joint. Once you've cut it at the joint, you got your next wing off. Your leg, still twined on a little bit of skin. Pull that off. You can eat that afterwards if you want to. It's got great crunchiness to it. But meanwhile, this leg, you're just going to remove a little bit of the skin off of it around it, and you're going to pull that as well, exposing the joint, which allows you to cut between the joint and the thigh joint and the leg joint. Once you have that, you got your leg. Leaving one more breast. After you've removed the legs and the wing, you're going to end up with a little bit of instability. Your hands are going to be your most vital tool. You're going to want to just take this slowly and follow the rib cage down. As you follow that wishbone and the rib cage down, you're going to remove the next breast. Basically, you get a nice clean, it'll pull right away from the bird, and you can cut it away, leaving you a beautiful breast as well. Nice golden brown skin, and you're going to slice that. This last piece is going to go on your platter. Once we're done slicing that, of course, if people like bigger pieces, cut bigger pieces. You're going to take that and put that on your platter. Your last piece you have is you have two thighs. Both thighs are located here. They're the tougher part of the bird to get off. They're going to make it a little bit of a mess for you, but you're going to basically trim right underneath between the joint. There's a section right here. And you're just going to basically try to trim away as much as you can and pull at the same time. As soon as you hear that ripping, you've ended up with basically a bone-in thigh. You can remove the bone by slitting down the bone like that and pulling it out with your hands. It's going to make a mess. The thigh is probably the messiest part of this whole venture. Squeeze it with your hands and remove it off the bone. Once you've done that, you can basically cut the thigh up into nice little pieces and put those on a platter. Now, I recommend usually disguise the thigh a little bit, but like I said, I love the dark meat. That's going to be the first piece I'm going to go after. The next thigh, again, you're running out of stability. So you have to basically hold it with one hand, and you're going to basically pull forward. You can take your knife again and go between the joints. They're removing the rest of that thigh. Again, you're going to have a bone that goes right through the middle of it. Removing and putting a little groove on the bone and cutting around the bone is going to be the easiest way to remove it. But again, it's going to be a messy process. You're going to leave some meat on there, but you can tear that off later. Leaving you the rest of your dark meat, which again, you can hide underneath the leg, you can disguise it, but basically you end up with a carved turkey. If you want to make a great holiday, and a great holiday it will be, start off with your turkey, carve your turkey down, have a great holiday platter for everybody, and then afterwards, have your mother make some gumbo out of it. If you don't know how to make gumbo, come and see me. I'll give you a great recipe for gumbo. This is one my mom makes. She does this for the holidays. It's smoked kielbasa, oysters, shrimp, turkey, and the great smell of sassafras. Holidays, family, food, it doesn't get any better than that. The food you get to eat, the enjoyment you have with your family, y'all have a great holiday.